Guess what I'm doing instead of artwork? I am going to record a video. At 1:16, yes, in the morning, because I am not smart with my life decisions. What am I going to be recording? I have no idea. I've not wanted to play this game for like 3 months. But then I started getting the itch. I'm like, you know what? It might be fun to record a video. It's been... Well, if the Lorecraft Season 1, Episode 2 gets put on my channel, it will have been since an hour ago that I've recorded a video. And then tacked it onto the last video that I ever recorded, which was 3 years ago. My math is correct this time. I shouldn't say that. This is a completely different video. We're still learning. Log. That's funny. Let's go to bed. I want to try a different type of content. I really don't care about the bandwagon. I'm not trying to retain your attention. I really am not. You've got better things to do with your time. I've got better things to do with my time. What I want to do is a classic Let's Play style video. No tricks, no nothing. Just edited down so it's not a 5-hour long video. That's what I'm going to try. Hopefully I can make it charming enough. Grab all my tools. I could do with some water. That goes back to my mother. Need to remember to do that. There is some latency with the actual game. It's Bedrock. Better yet, it's a realm on Bedrock with shaders and particles. The game is lagging its input, not the audio, unless the editing software that I've been using is doing that again, which will suck. And if it is, I'll put a title on the screen. Here's hoping I don't have to do that. Is that my Riptide Trident? I can't. It is. Cool. Okay, what was the last thing I was doing on this server before I stopped playing for a while? First of all, what I noticed while doing some recording is this game is too loud. There we go. I'll probably just put it at 45, see how that goes. Oh, I know what I want to do. It's been since beginning of 2014, maybe end of 2014? Sorry. It's been the end of 2023, beginning of 2024 since I've recorded anything on this server. I want to take a tour. That'll be fun. There's nothing explaining anything about this series anywhere on YouTube because it's not a series. It's like a journal. This is Lorecraft. This is Lorecraft specifically Season 2. Season 1 was like, goodness. Summer of 2023 was when that ended. And then we started this one. So this is the world spawn. It's taken a while to actually get it to look nice, but this is one of the original buildings right here. This is my sister's original building. We've turned it into a library, not a library, a museum, or at least I'm going to. It's still got a lot of her stuff in it. But as you can see, there's some lore here already, hence the name of the server. There's the Dragon Egg, the first trial chamber map that we ever did as a server. I think that's one of the first pillagers that was killed. It's got some history that's accumulating. It's kind of neat. This building right here, the starting building, this is my first building. It's a very quaint little house. This was not here before, but that's... nobody cares. Moving on. I think this was the third building. It's the library. My sister built it before she moved off to her pirate land. And this is my second castle in the same location. In fact, I think if you go back and watch some of the live streams that should still be public, it's a completely different castle, which I think is hilarious, personally. I should take you through my city before I go anywhere else. This would be a really good time for the music to kick in, huh? So it's not just dead air. Okay. So this first layer here is just the commerce district. We've got filler buildings. This is a defensive point. Or we've got my friend's house, a church, and actual buildings for villager jobs that have yet to be placed. You know, you got just basic stalls, some houses, or not houses, just buildings, like office type buildings. My sister's helping me with the roofs and also the interiors because I've got a lot to work on here. Should probably grab that happy ghast, actually. Help with flying around, seeing the city. Oh yeah, that massive behemoth over there. That is, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. That's a really cool build. Where's my snowball? It's probably still in that shulker box from earlier. You know what's really funny? Over the years, it is not in here, I have learned how to kind of fix my audio a little bit. I know it's still pretty interesting probably to hear compared to the professional YouTubers out there, but I am not a professional YouTuber. What I have done is I have taken my microphone, and because it did not come with a one of those wind protectors automatically, or I mean it did, it's just a solid disc, so any air that comes from the sides, you know, it muddies the audio. No, what I did was I took a sock and I put it over the microphone. It functions the same way. It's really funny. It masks a lot of my computer's whirring fans, so that's good. But it's also just really funny because I've just got a big sock in front of me. You know what it looks like? It looks like that that part in Disney's Robin Hood where Robin Hood puts that sock over his nose. But like the microphone. Oh my gosh. I cannot get a snowball to save my life. Get out of here. I don't even have my other shovel on me. Man, this is going swimmingly, isn't it? It's really off to a good start. I am really concerned and really hoping you're not hearing my swallowing and my random noises that I'm making. That would be really uncomfortable. Sorry in advance if you are. That's really uncomfortable. Okay. Block of iron. We are on a quest to mount my golem. Ghast. I almost said snowball, but then I was like, that's not right. That's not at all right. In fact, that sounds a little weird. Come here, man. Quit floating around. really hope I don't accidentally hit this thing in the face with a snowball. Hey, there we go. Anyway, as we saunter along in our slow as can be blimp, this is the commerce district of what is known as Theron Fair. My sister's been working on a lot of the roofs because I've got a lot to work on. I've got this first layer, I've got a second layer, I've got a garden area down here, I've got a whole bottom layer. I've got a lot to work on. There's a lot of layers to the city. It's the capital. Like I said, you spawn here, so. But you can see I've been putting in a lot of really compact housing down here because this is going to be housing for middle to low class. It's literally just villagers, but I think that's hilarious. I'm sorry. I know medieval villages were structured that way, so I'm doing mine very similarly before I get anybody saying I'm classist to villagers. It's structured in part to how medieval villages and cities were structured. Anyway. It's also just pixels and ones and zeros. I don't really think they personally care. Alright, bye. See you later, man. And the sun's going down. I should be fine. I've got armor. Oh yeah, by the way, we're not entirely vanilla. I'm sure you can tell by some of the ambient noises and stuff. We've got a couple add-ons. Not only that, but we also have a couple of command blocks that are running. Creepers, mobs, they don't do damage to the environment because we don't have time for that. And also, everybody on this server freaking hates phantoms, so we have those turned off as well. So, just letting you know, it's not entirely vanilla. But yeah, this is Theron Fair. It's not much yet, but it will be. I'm proud of it, even if I'm really loath to keep working on it. Make my way over to the other side of the city, like I had been. We'll go through the castle. I'll show you guys around. I don't actually live in the castle. I did not want to live in. I've lived in too many castles. I know now that it is not the type of house that I actually like. But I wanted a castle. It's the capital of the city, you know, or the capital of the server, you know. So down this room, this is the mess hall. This is the great dining hall. This would be the kitchen. I just have not finished it yet, and honestly, I kind of really don't care. It's a kitchen that I won't ever use. But this is the map room. You can see we got a long way ahead of us. Got a lot to look at. Oh, that needs updated. Yeah, that also needs updated. Oh! I knew this floor was gone. I'm just acting. Oh no, guys! What happened? How is the floor gone? I don't even know. I actually don't know. Something happened to the floor, and I have no idea what it was. But this is where my throne will be. I just have not put one there yet. This is the round table. At the time of building the castle, there were, I think, well, how many seats are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 12 players on the server. And as you can see, there was one chair for each player. Now I think there's 13 or 14 players on the server. And guess how many of them are online? Like 2. But that's not the point. We're not very active anymore. We used to be, but we've got a lot of things to do. I mean, there's a reason it's not a YouTube series. I keep saying this with everything I record ever with Lorecraft. This is a video journal. This is not necessarily YouTube content. It's just I like to put it out there for anybody who might enjoy this. Anyway, that's enough ranting. This is the portal room. If we go through, we can see the beginnings of the Lorecraft Season 2 Citadel. And probably where it ends as well. This server is already starting to starting to die off in terms of... What am I trying to say here? It's getting old. It's getting very old. Lorecraft Season 1 ran for, I think, 3-4 years, and this one is going on 3 to 4 years. So the other admin, my sister, keeps getting brought up. She and I would very much love to keep this going as long as possible, but that depends on how long possible is. But anyway, enough about that. I don't have my wings on. That was... I should probably keep those on because I'm in piglin territory. Voila. It is the beginnings of the Citadel. I was very worried I was going to miss that shot. It would have been super embarrassing. Oh no, now it's super embarrassing because I won't stop talking about it. Anyway. Yeah, no, this is the beginnings of the Citadel. It's a lot of defensive ideas put into the building of this. Mostly just the Valley of Soul Sand. The only reason for that is because if you don't have soul speed on your boots, you're probably gonna die. What I was gonna do... Oh no, I missed my shot. It's so embarrassing. What I was gonna do, I was gonna wrap around this wall and that wall, making an L shape so that you can shoot into the side where players don't have their shield raised. Because when you're wearing a shield in Minecraft, it's on this arm. So if your flank is on that side, shooting downward, it's not that that matters in actual Minecraft, but it does matter to me, because that would be good castle design. Not to mention, this is a lava gate. It will eventually turn on and off, and then there won't be this horrible facade back here, but we make do, we make do. There are a lot of other villages and stuff that I won't get to. They are a long ways away, we'll put it that way. And I don't really want to go out that far. But, yeah. We'll just talk about the nucleus of civilization. I think that would be what anybody would care about, really. Other than probably those who have built the villages that I'm not going to cover. Listen, if I covered everything on this server, I'd be here for 3 hours or more. I'll probably be here for 3 hours anyway. Hello. Because I don't have rockets. Oh. I forgot. I frogor. New leads. That's very funny. So anyway, this is the other side of the city. Oh, I didn't take you all the way through the castle. You don't need to see all the way through the castle. It's just a bunch of different rooms. There's a couple of guard houses and whatnot that just have dogs in them because I thought that was funny. But this is Gildenheim. This is the Therenfair Forge, which I do not have a place to tie up my horse. That is something I'm going to need to fix. I do have a stable down there, but it's partially burnt, much like the floor of my castle, apparently. Welcome to the Forge. It's also not finished. The villagers, they're living in very poor housing, I will admit. As a king whose priority is villagers first, I very much don't put villagers first. Oh no. No, but this is the storage. Oh my word, anybody who has ever built any storage system, I hope yours has worked, because mine, it's an automatic sorter, and it broke immediately, and I really don't have the heart to fix it. But down here, this is what remains of an old gunpowder farm. My words are leaving me. And now it's a dripstone farm. Why dripstone, you ask? Traps. I like building fortifications. It's kind of my thing. I don't remember putting those signs up there. Interesting. This is where the magic happens. This is the actual forge. It is enough furnaces to fill this all the way with lava buckets, and it will go all the way through. We used to have one in Season 1 that would smelt a stack at a time, and believe me, I miss that, but this is much more fuel efficient. So yeah, that's the forge. Not much else to look at there. Hello, horse. Oh no, not again. I don't know if I like that much. Here is... I don't know if I should say the name of the park, because it's my friend's last name. I won't say the name of the park, but it is Drivard Park. We'll call it that. We'll call it that. It's Drivard Park. If you're wondering why it's a netherite statue holding a hoe, it's because Drunk Drivard, my friend, who has not played this server that often, but he was a regular in Season 1. And if you actually watch the videos for Season 1, he's in all of them. Anyway, when we fought the Wither, which is not a recorded video, sadly, he killed the Wither with a stone hoe, and it was the greatest moment in any Minecraft thing I have ever seen. And for a server called Lorecraft, that is just begging to be mythologized. So I put it into a statue and put it into a park designated for my friend. I'm just walking around at this point, seeing the sights. There's not this. Okay, this is actually important. This is the train station, the Theron Fair train station, which is actually how I'll do a lot of traveling now. One of the big projects that I've been working on is a intertwined rail system all over the server. I got that idea from somebody. Let me look up this video, okay, so I can properly cite them. Let's see here. How to build an automatic railroad in Minecraft. Bonk. Hilm CC, HILMCC. They've got a fantastic video on how to build a railroad system, and oh crap. That is what I have copied. I'd say verbatim, but I had to make a few changes so it actually worked with Bedrock. So it's mostly verbatim. Semi-batum. Well, I really hope that's not something inappropriate to say. Anyway. So anyway, I have gotten several cities actually hooked up to this system. We'll take a train ride. We will go to Peregrine. Of all the inquisitive hobbits Peregrine took, you are the worst. So I just put a train ticket in there, and when we get to a intersection, it will automatically sort that out and send me right where I need to go. It's a very nifty system. Hello, LA. Enjoying the magical forest, I see. This entire forest was cut down, paved over, and then replanted to make it a smooth ride for the train and also the road. And when I mean I paved over it, I mean I paved over it. I'll show you the cave. It's kind of... I'm proud of it. That was one of the last big projects I did before I stopped streaming because I got bored. This is Peregrine. This is a nice little village that I have been working on. And I'm sorry, I know about the puffs when I say peas. I can't fix that. I put a sock on my microphone to try and fix that. What more could you possibly want from me? Alright. Let's collect our train. Welcome to Peregrine. This is my money-making village. I make a lot of my emeralds here because I love to farm. I had a friend at one point ask me, do you have enough carrots? And I said, no. He was being facetious because he saw my chest full of carrots, and I said, absolutely not. I couldn't possibly ever run out of the need of more carrots. Hello, man. Oh, no, please don't rain. Please don't rain. You're not gonna tell anybody, are you? Gonna absolutely ruin the bitrate of the video. Weather clear. I didn't do anything. No admin and boost here. Okay, I don't remember doing that. Somebody has been in my village, and we have to find them. We'll have to sniff them out. There's not much to see in Peregrine. It's just, you know, it's a nice little village. Got a nitwit here. It's pretty much the most interesting part of the village. No, I really like this barn that I built. Completely skimming over the sheer amount of beasts I have in a pen. Oh yeah. Nobody cares about these rare animals. I like this barn that I built. No, seriously, I really like that barn. I also like this this silo I built. It's just a big block, and I love it for it. But no, the main attraction of Peregrine really is the farm here. I would take the railroad to the next place, but this is the good part of the road. So up there, that is a fake, what do you call those forests? You know what that kind of forest is. If you play Minecraft, you know what that is. It's fake. I collected all of those and I planted them all up there because I thought it would be a little nifty tourist attraction. It's complete with actual, I call them Ents on this server because I'm a massive Tolkien nerd. You know what they are. I really, just time to move on. Over here is my frog shed. What's in the frog shed, you are not asking? You'd be surprised to find. It's a bunch of frogs. Oh man, I had this this experiment where I would take frogs and I would bury them right next to the road to add some ambient noises. And it kind of works, but it's really A, it's not humane, and B, it's not efficient enough to actually do anything good. Anyway, that's Delmont over there. We'll get to see that. This is a really cool bridge that I'm very proud of that I built, and it's the railroad bridge. If you can't tell, I'm very proud of the buildings that I make on this server, which I think there's a really good it's a good quality to be proud of the work that you make. As an artist personally who can't get enough of self-depreciating my artwork, you know, when you can actually take a second to go, actually no, this is a really cool thing, it's a good moment. You're totally inclined to or totally free to disagree with me. I'm not trying to say this is cool and you should love it, look at how good I am. I'm just saying, man, I'm proud of this. That's really cool. But yeah, I terraformed that. That cliff is fake. That cliff is fake. And yeah. Okay. Speaking of things I am very proud of, nobody else probably will think this is as cool as I do, but I really did not want a railroad being intersected with a footpath because I don't know if they've ever patched it out, but I have real paranoia that if a player is walking through here and another player hits them with a rail or a minecart, it's going to mess a ton of logistics up. So to get around that, just don't have them intersecting at all. But if you'll see, I had a very interesting problem here because the original road is right there, and I needed a way to connect a new road up that hill without crossing over the railroad. So what I did was I built an overpass, and I am very proud of it because it's really smooth to walk on. It's like, woo. This over here, this is a Dwarven kingdom. I think it's called, forgive me, I think it's called Burnfaldir. It's a really cool kingdom on the inside. But this is what's left of Whitaker, which was a vanilla Minecraft village before I am going to renovate it to be a second city. I'm stressing I am going to do that. They are not going to continue living in the inhumane dirt shed for the rest of their lives. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I really hope not.
But anyway, talk about more things that I am very proud of. It's my road. I love building roads. I actually don't want to build cities. I really love building roads. I don't know why. I have been around the Minecraft block long enough to know that that is not a very common niche to settle into. Most people are either PvPers, just normal builders, redstoners, or secret third thing. What am I missing? Modders, probably. I'm a road builder. I love bridges. I love roads. I love everything about infrastructure. But I cannot bring myself to actually bother to build a city. I can absolutely pave over whole territories of land and get it smooth and ready for a city for you, but I do not want to build it myself. Sorry, my phone keeps notifying me, and I'm like, I do not care. Please go away. But anyway, I did build this bridge. I get a lot of questions from the people on the server about how I got the sides even. I didn't. It's a nifty art trick that is, from what I know it as, drawing the effect of the detail rather than the detail itself. This is similar, and that is similar, but everything else is completely opposite. But your brain connects the dots and are like, oh, I guess it's all the same. The other side is a really good example of this. This principle. I don't know if it's a principle of art, but I'm just going to use that word because it's fancy. Never mind. It's not as good of a principle or a demonstration as I thought it was going to be. However, it's very rare that you'd see both sides in rapid succession. So if I didn't point this out, you really wouldn't know that the two sides are completely different. Or at least you wouldn't know that all four sides are completely different. So I'm very proud of this bridge, and what I'm going to do eventually, because I'm also a massive terraformer. That's what it is. That's the fourth option. It's the terraformers. And the secret fifth option being the modders. Yeah. I'm going to terraform this river out to sea, because it does connect. This ravine does connect out to the ocean over there. And this also connects to the... Ouch. It also connects to that pond that is where Peregrine was. So it'd be really cool to have, like I said, infrastructure, water access, to have the ability for places like Dalemont, Burnfaldir, and Peregrine, Whitaker, which is, I don't know if I said it, that's this place, to have access to water to go out to sea. Yeah. But no, this is Whitaker, and it's called Whitaker because it's wheat acre. And if you'll notice, it's kind of pretty obvious why I call it Whitaker. Just a bunch of wheat fields. I love this. I'm very proud of this. It's such a vibe. If we go out any further, there's not going to be anything over that way. The road does end over here, but eventually I'm going to bring it out into the wilderness like that. But nope, this is the Wild West. When I pave over things and get things ready for cities, I like to build light grids so that it mob-proofs it pretty well. In fact, I miscounted, and so now everywhere I go, it's got to be 5 blocks apart. What the? Oh, it was that guy. That scared the crap out of me. I didn't know where he was or what he was doing. Get out of here. Weird individual. That's not gonna work. But you can see, I don't think I did... Did I do that? No, I didn't do that, because it would have been even, and also underground. Everything underground is, I think 5 blocks from one another, which sadly does leave space for mobs to spawn. However, it's rare that they do because you're not in this area long enough for them to spawn. But you can see that I terraformed that area, I terraformed all of this area, and I have left these lights on because this is the civilization, this is the nucleus of the server, and I want to keep it as safe as possible to travel. However, that is the Wild West, and I don't want to keep it terribly safe because, you know, bandits, which would be the mobs. You know, I just got shot by a bandit, which is just to say I got shot by a skeleton. But, you know, it's Lorecraft. You gotta roleplay a little bit on this server. So anyway, here's Burnfuldeer. It's a really cool building. I wonder if her button works. Does it work? Can I press it? I think that only works with wooden buttons. Oh no. I can't press it. Hello, excuse you. Very rude. Oh, it does work. Cool. Anyway. Welcome to Burnfuldeer shop and guest rooms. It's been a while since I've been in here. I don't know exactly what this is for. Storage. Armory. I forgot I had that. Here's me doing a tour of the server, and I completely forgot I had a minecart in my inventory. Okay. I guess it's just like an ore transportation system. Which is, that's very Dwarven. That's very mine-esque. She's converted it into a arcade because of several zombie outbreaks, which I can't say I blame her. But it's such a cool base. Captures the vibe of Moria. Oh, and if you thought that it was a little pretentious to have a throne room on a server full of people, it's a running theme. This is her throne room. It's a very big throne room. It's in my opinion, it's not the gaudiest on the server. That would go to my sister, and I say that in the best way possible. I say that I say that as a joke. Please, my sister. I say it as a joke. Please, you have to believe me. Beware unstable mines and sleeping dragon below. Yeah, that's what I'm going to see, is the sleeping dragon. Hello, sleeping dragon. I mean, there's so many small details in this building. It's incredible what they've all done. It's all the jewels and stuff. I mean, look how cool this place is. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, look how cool this place is. 2 seconds later. Alright, moving on. Bye-bye. We gotta keep it snappy. We gotta keep it moving. We're gonna run out of time. I gotta make sure I'm drawing every single day before I go to bed. But that, I've not done that yet. And it is 2 o'clock. If that sun comes up and I've not drawn yet, I've failed a 2-year-long challenge. And that's a little concerning. So we gotta go. We gotta go. You know, it's really funny, for having an art-related YouTube channel and to have been drawing every single day for nearly 2 years. You'd think it would have been a really good business strategy to have actually recorded that. Huh. I did not. So this is Burnfuldeer's Raceway. I actually have a stream where we went and raced here. It was really fun. Since then, I have made a mural for them. That was a while ago. I guess the rain's not entirely bad. I can fly around now. Speed this up a little bit. This is Hobbiton. Maybe Bag End. I think... Or is it just the Shire? I think it's just the Shire. which is really cool. It's another player's project. We've got a lot of Tolkien nerds in this this server, if that's not obvious. Over here, we've got my sister's second village. This is Oakwood. Sorry, I had completely blanked on what the name was. Oakwood. It's like a default village that has been remade into her image, I guess you'd say. There are villagers here. They're just hidden away. I don't know where they went. Unless they've all died. It has been like 3 or 4 months since I've played this game. But yeah, it's a nice little village. She's got a tree farm down below. That's actually what this village, I'm going to say quote-unquote, exports. Over here, this is where my dad is. I still consider this in the nucleus of the server, because it's closer than it feels. Bedrock moment. He has built himself... Oh, there it is. Had to load in. He has built himself a massive castle. Just an absolutely massive walled-in mountain castle. It's super cool. I just flew over the keep, but I want to show you how big the wall actually is. Look at this thing. And it's all deep slate. And I don't want to downplay what he's done here. This deep slate was mined. I'd say 90% of it was mined with a stone pickaxe. I eventually was like, Dad, here's a netherite pickaxe. Please quit torturing yourself. And then to no one's surprise, the production really sped up. But anyway, it's a really nice place. We go inside. I thought that was a zombie. I was like, uh-oh. That's his TV. I think that's awesome. It's a pool room. Darts. Go upstairs. Lobby area. And yeah, I'm not gonna take you through the entire building because I've not been doing that with other buildings. But yeah, it's just a really nice castle. I think it's really cool. Oh yes, I had heard that there was a new area up here. This is really cool. Ooh, look at this. So this is under the control of Belmont. This is in that province, in that empire, whatever you want to say. And Delmont is my mom. She owns Delmont. That's a lot of zombies. I saw you. That zombie literally just said, "Mr. President, get down." Or somebody else noticed that arrow flew right by my head right as he did that. Goodness. Oh right, it's thunderstorming, isn't it? That's probably why. Yeah, I've actually not seen this before. This is a really nice place. I like it. What did we call Dad's place? He was like, I hesitate to say Black Reach because it was Black Ridge. Yeah. So speaking of Delmont, let me get bearings real fast. This is Oakwood. Right here is a different road. If we took this road, we'd enter Delmont, which is the first village of my mom's. This is a central railroad station. My brain is not where it's 2 a.m. What did I expect? This is a central railroad system for Delmont. This is actually such a big area because it's a 4-way junction, and in order to get to at least go out Dad's way, it actually has to stop here and then go into another station. So it's a really important really important building on the server because my empire connects through here and across there. So if, hypothetically, lore-wise speaking, if Dalemont and I were to ever go to war, which is really funny when you put that into actual Earth context, because I just said it's my mother. If we were to ever go into war, my railroad would be completely cut off from me, which is a strategic thing that I have yet to rectify, but am planning to very soon, because I'm insane. But this is her house. I'm pretty sure it's Regency inspired. Wow. Cloud. You can see it's very very Regency inspired, I'd say. Twice in a row. This is where her original house was. Most of it's not there anymore. I see she moved part of it. That's fun. Love the garden. I actually told her when she moved, I said, please keep the garden here because it's such a nice area. Makes me happy that she did. So this is Jolie's area. Jolie shows up in a video of mine. She is in season 1, episode 1, and episode 2 if that actually went out on the air. She's not able to get on often, but that's okay. What she has built is really pretty. And then this is Drunk Driver's. He got on the server with the intention to make a base that's like a 2012 4th, 5th grade player fort. This is my castle. And I was with him all the way on that. I said, absolutely do it. And he did. And it's one of my favorite buildings on the server, unironically, because it's so nostalgic to me. Anyway, bearings again. We're back at Theron Fair. And if we go this direction, down this road, we'll go to my sister's capital city. Which, at the time when we built these cities, we thought we were much farther away than we actually were, which is very funny, because you'll see we're not that far away. That's my castle. That's the pirate cave. There's a lot of thunder going on. That's crazy. Big skull. This ravine was actually naturally formed, except the throne room. She carved that out by herself. I think that's new. It might not be new. Okay, I said that joke about her throne room being the gaudiest. The reason I say that is because look at this throne. It is insanely cool. So insanely over the top. It's amazing. I love it. And right in front of the banquet hall, it screams Skyrim Winterhold. Winterhold. Whiterun, not Winterhold. But yeah, this is the original part of the city, and the new part of the city that she's been working on is with the pirate ship out front. We'll go take a look at that. At some point, I was going to wrap the railroad in through here, and I think she wanted the station here. So I'll have to put that there. This is her pirate ship. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but I think it's here. No, it is not the Loot Scoot and Boogie. That is the name of the gift shop. I thought the name of the ship was there. Oh, I'm sorry. The name of the ship is the Luck of the Sea. Just came back to me. What is screaming at me? There's so many skulk sensors around. I don't know where those are. It's getting very annoying. I'm moving on. Hey, she's got a pet shop going on, which I think is amazing. And yeah, it's just more of the same. Those facade buildings. Did I Dang. That's a long reach. I didn't realize I could reach that far. Alright, anyway. Over here is Boiled Walrus's territory. So getting our bearings again. Right next to him is Black Ridge. We go out this way. And around here. And voila. It is Boiled Walrus's pub. We go in here. And I'm pretty sure it is actually just straight up a pub. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's very unprofessional. I love this building. This is such a cool building. I wish I could see it, but the glare is pretty bad. I don't know what's up here. I think it's orchard. Or it's just a garden. It's a really nice garden. So, now on to the monolith that was off in the distance. We've got my city. We go down here to my docks. Nothing special down here. Just a bunch of lag. Holy cow. Let me take a sleep real fast. I won't take a sleep real fast. It's still right here. So I guess I could take a moment to explain what this is, because I mean it's not going to take long to explain it. It's Gondor. Yeah, it's Gondor. Like I said, a lot of Tolkien nerds on this server, and this is the second attempt of. Oh, what is the name of this guy? Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Arthrodane. Very Tolkien-esque name. Again, like I said, for the 5th time. Tolkien nerds, they're everywhere. So Arthrodane, this is his second attempt at building Gondor. He's turning his first attempt into some city from Game of Thrones. I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm a Tolkien nerd, not a Game of Thrones nerd. But yeah, he has really stepped up his game by lava casting, which I thought was a very clever way of making a fake mountain. It's been a while since I've been over here. This guy is one of those two that I mentioned on the server who's on here pretty much all the time. He's always building stuff. It's very impressive. I mean, just look at the scale of this building. He was inspired by that group of people who spent 9 years making a replica of Middle Earth in Minecraft. He wanted to do his own version of that, which I applaud. That's a big task. You are men of Gondor. No matter what comes through that gate, you will stand your ground. That's cool. I was wondering why there were armor stands there, and then I was like, hey, Hunter, I wonder why there are armor stands right in front of the gate. It's almost as if it might be the Gondor army. Well, we actually don't have to go that far to see his first attempt. It is over here. Ta-da! I'm kidding. That's my quarry. It'd be really funny if it just was completely nuked to the ground. Is that a lava pool? Hey, you're along for the ride. I'm gonna go see if this is a lava pool. I don't remember coming across a lava pool when I was mining. Oh, it's not. Oh my goodness, that looked like a lava pool. That was weird. Comment down below if that looked like a lava pool to you. Be sure to like and subscribe. I really like this building as well. This is a really cool attempt as well. Unfinished, but still really cool attempt. They've expressed interest in tearing it down and reusing all the diorite because they can never get enough diorite. And I say, you know, you should probably do that because this is a lot of diorite that you could definitely salvage. But also at the same time, I mean, it's a really cool building. I really like this city a lot. But yeah, that's there's one more person on this server, and they are on the other side of the entire server. So I'm gonna pull a 5-head. Bonk. Time to go Mach 5 billion before, yeah. Oh my gosh! I have been teleported. I think I know where I'm at. Holy crap. Taking it easy for a second. I'm going to die. I am very much in danger. Wonderful weather we're having today, isn't it? Man, the music really has not wanted to play. I have music turned on. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know where I'm at. Kind of. Yes, I know where I'm at. Okay. If we go out here, this is branching a little farther from the nucleus of civilization, but it is still within the boundaries. This is another player's castle. Oh, the brick is new, I think. Oh, it's not brick, it's andesite. Cool. I think they switched that out last I was here. Unless my eyes are cheated by some spell. Okay, I have to apologize. I did just watch The Lord of the Rings, so it is on my brain. Yeah. That's Lorecraft Season 2. There's like I had said earlier, there's a lot of different villages and stuff that I won't get to. It would take a little longer than I have. I'm gonna die. That just killed me. I'm going to die. That just killed me. This reminds me of a Big Hero 6 quote. Years ago, I threw a boomerang, and it never came back to me, and now I live in constant fear. I think that's something like how that goes. I just rammed face first into a wall, probably going Mach 1, and I did not die because lag. And now I will live in constant fear. And people wonder why Bedrock ends up having those heart attacks. It's probably for situations like that. It'll catch up to me in a month, and then I will die instantly. But yeah, this is Lorecraft. I'm very proud of it. It's a very good server so far. We will probably be going into a Season 3 very soon, and I will not be making more content on it. Any more than I already have been, because, like I said, it's a journal. I don't know if you caught that, but it's actually a journal. This is actually a journal. This is not a series, not a YouTube series, not a silly YouTube series. Yeah, I guess I could do that, actually. Do not pay any attention to destroy. There's also create. I'm not out of my mind. I swear. But here's Lorecraft copy. This is the original Lorecraft. Or at least, no, this is a I'm sorry, this is a copy of the original Lorecraft. Clearly, obviously. And with that said, I am in creative mode because it is a copy of the original. I have no idea where I'm at. There it is. And we're going to start at the very beginning, where it all began 100 years ago. Welcome to the island of Lycoria. Man, that's nostalgic. So this server and this server series started with just me and my sister. Hence why I keep bringing her up so much. That was her side of the island, and this was my side of the island. And we stayed here for a year. In real life, we did not explore anywhere at all. We stayed on this island for a year. The only place we ever explored was in the Nether. And that was because that was right before the Caves and Cliffs update rolled around. And that was the first part of the Caves and Cliffs update. Or I'm sorry, the second part, because the first part was what added all of the different loot items. The second part is what added the actual terrain generation, which is what we were waiting on. And of course, as you know, or likely know, once in Bedrock, once you load chunks, that's it. They're loaded. So we did not move anywhere off this island. And I think we did a pretty good job. We'll take a little bit more of a deep dive through here because it's been a long time. So this was my actually my original house. Like I said, I don't like building houses. I like living in a cave and making roads. I'm a burrower. Look at me. I kind of have a theme going. There it is. So it's actually not even an original cave. It's a gravel patch that I hollowed out, which I think is even funnier. Old sugarcane farm. Dogs. I think this stuff had just been added, which is crazy because it feels like it was forever ago. There's nothing but a chest room in here. I had axolotls in there. I don't want to talk about where they went. It's bad memories. Oh my gosh, talk about memories. These are good memories. At least 3 or 4 players in the entire server lifespan have fond memories of this pier right here, because this is how we would gain our XP. This is how all of the experience, all of the enchantments on my armor were made, was through fishing and getting books or getting the experience points needed for those books. That's nostalgic. I always had plans to put a mansion here. Instead, we built a bunch of mushrooms, which I think is cool. These, if I were to shoot an arrow. Oh, they don't have anything in them anymore. They used to have fireworks. That's sad. I wonder what happened to all of those. Good crop. Wow. The Lycorium Emporium. Should I ask about the clearance items? Soup return bowl. Wow. I think I designed this door. Yeah. It's not impressive. I'm just saying that as a fact. I also built this one, which I think is, yeah. This is a pretty sad shop, but this was mine. A shop system for 2 players. Imagine how well that worked out. Newsflash, it did not. This door, oh my gosh, I hate this door. It never works. Never, ever works. It's, yeah, look. Doesn't matter how many times you flick this thing, it's never going to work. I can't believe I've been bested by a dirt door. Nope, I'm still superior. Okay, if we go down here, this is the villager trading hall. This is the second villager trading hall I've ever built. Hello, good sir. Oh, Bapplebees. Oh my gosh, Bapplebees. I forgot about Bapplebees. I don't. Oh, that's a Drawfee joke. I forgot about that. I was like, where did I get the name Bapplebees from? That's Drawfee. LARP Lord, because he's a weaponsmith, weapon and tool. Bapplebees. Orphan, which needs no explanation who Orphan the cleric is. Tiny. I forgot about Tiny. Who all's down here? We got nobody. Henry. Henry Stickman. Robber Bobber. Remember Robber Bobber. Mr. Mending. I wonder what he sells. Steve. I am Steve. Mr. Mending. I think that's all of them. Oh, that's nostalgic. Oh. Uh-oh. I can't get out. It's a copy. Nothing sacred. I can blow all this up if I wanted to, because it's a copy. It's just for nostalgia. What's in this chest? Oh my goodness. Ooh, this is actually... Yeah. Lycoria established 6/12/21. Wow. Talk about old. That's 4 years ago. Our tree farm. This is my sister's house. Oh. Hi, Tobalicious. I forgot about Tobalicious. Oh, sleeping on the floor. This is my sister's mirror. Remember that. Oh, I always had these holes in here so I could use tridents. Wow. This is her pumpkin patch. She always had better territory and land than I did. I envied her. So anyway, I'm sure you're wondering, probably not, but I'm sure you're wondering what this big monstrosity was. This was one of the last things ever built on this server, and even there, it's not even finished. It is the ice bridge. An obnoxious ice bridge. So every 100 blocks, there's these red markers, and those were there to mark where we would put pillars. We did not put pillars, I think, anywhere. But down this way, this is one of my proudest accomplishments. So in high school, I used to watch Mumbo Jumbo, and that was during his season 5, where he made a prismarine farm. And I'm sure you noticed, now that I said that, there's prismarine here. That means that there must be a prismarine farm. Yeah, it's nothing like Mumbo's, but I am still very proud of myself for at least having the base that's very similar to Mumbo's. This took me 2 weeks to do. Drain out the entire thing. I did not do it like Mumbo does in his video series, where he built a whole redstone contraption to bury the thing in sand. I actually did it with a grid pattern of sand and sponges. That's a good trip down memory lane. there's much less on this server to show you, so bear with me. I know it's hard to believe that there's a bear with me, but bear with me. Oh, I tried to drift it. Oh, it's probably because of that. Dadgummit. Tried to be cool. That's what I get for trying to be cool. I'm making a Minecraft YouTube video, and I'm trying to be cool? Gross. Get out of here. What's in this? What's in this? Oh, that's not a barrel. No, it is a barrel. Nothing. Not a single thing. Waste of my time. Can't believe this. We are now going on 2:30. 2:30, ladies and gents. Clear. Nobody plays on this server anymore. It's actually, the realm was shut down. I only have access to it because I was the one who made it. Oh, this is as far as I got with the lamps. What on earth was I thinking with this many lamps this close together? I had to be a special kind of someone for that. Welcome to Pridemore, the city that's not much of a city, where for some reason we thought it was a really good idea to keep the farm outside of the simulation distance, like super outside of the simulation distance. And this is the dock that has no way of docking here. Love that. It's a great design. That was my first house here. Again, I'm sorry, this is not my first house here. Trick me like that. How dare it. This is my first house here. It's a cave! Who would have guessed? Very original, yes, yeah. Wonder if there's still stuff in here, actually. I'm shocked. I would have thought there would have been stuff in here. Is there anything in the furnaces? There is coal. Oh my goodness, there's stuff in here. Wow. My vendor? That would have come in handy. Oh, a couple of spore blossoms even. Very interesting. Oh, this was my enchantment room. I forgot about that. And we've got the nice allergens going. Gotta love those nice, crisp allergens. This was the furnace system that smelted 64 items at a time. Actually, it might have smelted 2 stacks at a time, I think. Impossible to fuel. I mean, impossible. It was hardly ever used. We wanted to try and keep it stocked with kelp, but we could not keep it stocked enough. Hang on. / game. Do daylight cycle false / time set day. There we go. And / game rule do weather cycle false. There we go. Now we won't be bothered. So what I mean by it's a city that's not much of a city is that, you know, a city, you've got to have infrastructure. You've got to have some sort of defense against crime. In a medieval village, that would have just been the garrison. In a modern day village, that would have been the police department. I mean, you've got to have a justice system somehow. You got to have a prison. You've got to have this, that, and the other thing. You've got to have a commerce district. You've got to have housing. This is just a glorified Minecraft village. We spent a lot of time on this area, so I'm not trying to diss it, but it's not much of an actual city. This is a lot of this is just housing. This is a pub. This is one of the actual specialty buildings here. This is our community chest monster. But this is the only commerce that's in this area that's not player controlled. Is just stands out in the open, which there's nothing wrong with that really, but it's not a city, is it? Not to mention the roads are very Minecraft road-esque. That's coming from somebody who loves building roads. This is Bennett's house. I can say his name. It's all in those videos. This is Bennett's house. This is the hiking meerkat's house. This is Cobblestone Lane. Again, all it is more houses. This city taught me to terraform before I decided to build any sort of city. As you can see there, it's just basic vanilla Minecraft terrain with some light terraforming here and there. But yeah, this is the last thing we built before we moved on to Nasembi. And I'll get to Nasembi. It goes all the way back there. And that's the industrial district. Oh my gosh, funny story, story time. I had a monopoly on this server on firework rockets. Because, you know, I had this and there's a massive sugarcane farm under my castle. Are you surprised that that was my castle? I'm a little, what's the right word? Flamboyant, I'd guess you'd say. So me and a friend of mine, another friend of mine, were on this server, and I was getting him geared up in our gold farm down here when Bug Rock does the Bug Rock thing, and I could X-ray through the floor. Like I said, I had a monopoly on this server, or at least I thought I did, before he and I discovered an underground, basically drug operation. Lo and behold, it's a sugarcane farm. And I knew just by looking at it that this would have been it's exploiting what would have been a glitch back then. I don't know if it still is now. But I mean, look at the space in here. They clearly had a whole operation plan. I was talking to Bennett afterwards. He said yes, he would occasionally buy my firework rockets to throw me off. The only reason I ever uncovered this is because I saw it through an X-ray glitch. Oh man, it was such hot tea to find this. Not to mention, they're mooching off of my gunpowder right there. Can you believe that? That's crazy. So, going back to the castle, because I actually do want to show you around this castle. This is a nice castle. It's been handed down to the villagers, and I mean that actually. That's not just me making a joke. Oh, the good old days. I'm still so proud of this castle. I wanted to break away from the normal stone castles that I built and actually do some color. And I mean, these walls are really cool. They're 3 blocks thick, which was also me breaking away from a design choice that I normally made. I normally make them 1 block thick or 2 blocks, with the outer shell being more decorative. So this was different to have 3 blocks thick. But in here, this is the map of the server. You know, that's Lycoria. This is Pridemore. There's Nasembi. I think over here is Mount Olympus, which I'm not going to take you to. All it is just a jacked up mountain. You know what? I actually might check that out because I think there's a Technoblade shrine on there. But here's my throne. Here's all my chests full of loot that I'm not going to flex because this was 5 years ago. Secret hallways, secret rooms that were never finished. This castle, though a really good facade, is mostly unfinished, sadly. But here's my storage room. I had plans to making this a whole brewing room. This is my sugarcane farm that I have very fond memories of listening to the Silmarillion while building. And yeah, storage system. It's not much to look at down here. The original mine is down there as well. Up here. Oh, the shaders going on. This is the library. It's a very, very extravagant library. It gives the Beast from Beauty and the Beast a run for his money, doesn't it? It's very, very funny jokes he did. But anyway, up here is a little book nook, which you could access through a secret entrance down in the basement. Yeah. I had plans on making a lot of secret doorways. Can you tell I did not make any of those secret doorways? But no, I had my sister help me do interiors. I swear I can do interiors, I just really don't care. Yeah, this is the guest room. I thought that was just a closet. No. Another... What? Okay, I swear, I do actually have an explanation that I remember for why his name is Curse Word Man. There was a glitch. I wonder how many people would remember this glitch. Back in 2021, 2022, where the name tags, it was back when Microsoft started pushing their new censorship stuff. Anything that had been named got immediately censored. So we walked around the city and everything that had a name was censored. And I think when it got uncensored, that's why I named him, oh my gosh, Eggman. That's why I named, I'm sorry. Just bum bum ba da bum ba bum bum ba ba bum ba. I have come to make an announcement. Oh, there are so many. There are so many jokes I can make right now about Eggman that I will choose not to make. But oh my gosh, that. He's just standing there. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so when Curse Word Man, when the censorship finally got fixed, that glitch finally got fixed. I think I went back through and I named him Curse Word Man because his name was censored initially. I got jump scared by Eggman of all people. I'd forgotten about Eggman. So there, okay, Lorecraft. Oh my gosh, Lorecraft. Moment. Lorecraft moment. Oh, this is one of the funniest things that has ever happened to me on a Minecraft game. Eggman, I kid you not, he is the lone survivor of not one, but 2 villager raptures. What the heck is a villager rapture, I hear you ask? To this day, not a single soul who lived in this city can explain why we had a bunch of villagers one day, woke up the next real life day, and they were all gone. Completely gone. And this city is sealed off. Completely safe from zombies. It was lit up. It was safe. There was no evidence of zombies anywhere. They just were gone. And it didn't just happen once. It happened twice. And Eggman survived both of them. More jokes I could make about Eggman there. I forget what all these villagers' names are. I should go and look at those. Bobbert. It's very original. No name. Cool. Probably a lot of those, actually. Yeah, no name on that guy. No name on that guy. Oh, please tell me there's more than just one guy out here with a name. Oh, no. No, that's not funny. That's not funny. Oh. Okay, fine. I do know where I can find a named individual. For he has stayed as the guard of this tower for many a generation. Watch him not be in here. Tyrone, my man. He's like, why did you just burrow out of the ground? Tyrone. That's amazing. I love Tyrone. Who else is in here? Dennis. Okay, funny story about Dennis. I accidentally named a whole stack of name tags Dennis. And so there is a lot of things on this server named Dennis. This being one of them. He has no name, which is that's a little cringe. I don't even want to know how that guy ended up there. And neither of those guys have names. That guy doesn't have a name either. Cool. Boring. Moving on. But anyway, that was my house. This is my sister's house. It's a very lovely house. Red shirt. No kidding. I wonder if these banners had actual designs on them. I forget. Anyway, I miss the days she made houses like this. It's coming from the guy who likes to live in a cave. This is a really nice house. Oh, you gotta see her. You gotta see her library. Oh. I mean, it really does my mind to shame, doesn't it? I blew all my budget on colorful walls. She actually put her budget into the education system. Who's the tyrant and who's not? That's funny. Man. She built this lighthouse. We were all very proud of the lighthouse. It's a nice lighthouse. But I remember we were all super excited about this gazebo. It's such a cool build. It's quite the vibe. But anyway. This is Pridemore University. This is Bennett's build. And let me tell you, this man made bank. And do you want to know why he made bank? It's because I could not get rid of my money. I'm telling you, I garnered a reputation as being this absolute tyrant, capitalist-minded individual when I could not get my money out of my wallet fast enough. I actually could not. I was spending it on the hiking meerkats farm, which that's not a good show of how much I spent. I spent a lot on this guy. I spent a lot. Well, I spent as much as I could on my sister. I spent everything I owned on Bennett, and I still have 24 diamond blocks. Gosh, to my name. I could not even get rid of any of it. Oh my goodness. But anyway, moving on. This is Bennett's house. I always had it in the back of my brain. I love this house, but it's also like, are you hypoallergenic? I think that's the right word. Hypoallergenic? Are you allergenic of every single thing? Look at this man. I did not realize he started paving his floors in diamonds. That's hilarious. Okay. I mean, this is such a cool vibe. I miss these kinds of builds. That's so nice. We get out here, and oh, this was a nice stable. I started the stable. I built this roof, and then my sister built that roof. That's a running theme I'm starting to realize. I start something and my sister finishes it. Yeah, the skeleton horses with German names. Let's go. I do not know what any of those say. That's Bennett's territory. Zeus. Heracles. Actually, that one's Hercules. I think that one's my horse. I don't bother to name my horses. I just get attached and then they die. Tragically, terribly. Oh, this is Hell's Maw. I forgot that's what we named this tunnel. So, this is the first true blue cave we had experienced when that update came out. And so we were like, "Oh, this is a cool cave. Let's walk down here." What the? And I've seen better caves nowadays, but this is the first cave we had seen that stretched all the way down to uh deep slate. And so we called it Hell's Maw. Hell's Mouth. I think that's what Maw was. I was always worried that that was not what Maw was. And then up here is Bennett's original house and Jolie's house. I always like this house. It's very nice. If we go in here, I think there's several cats named Dennis, actually. Your name's not Dennis. And neither is your name Dennis, or are you a cat? Your name is not Dennis. Your name is not Dennis. Did I lie? Fluffy Butt Jr. I love that. Dennis! Yay! We are Siamese, if you please. Oh, I didn't know what that said. Dennis! Dennis! Oh my goodness. Is there any more? I would have lost my crap at almost 3 in the morning if that bird's name was Dennis. Alright, time to take a trip over to Nasembi. Now, the name Nasembi is an acronym. The real name of Nasembi is New South Makotasburg. NSMB. Nasembi. New South Makotasburg. I don't actually remember how we settled on that name. Let's take a long ride. This never worked so well. It works now that I have a computer, but it was awful to use back in the day. Oh, wow. Nasembi. The project that killed the server. Oh, wow. It's actually not that bad now that I, return to it. We could have had something cool going. Oh, this is my house. I wanted to build like a Tony Stark type futuristic building, but this is not my build style in the slightest. So it got abandoned. Instead, I settled for, and you'll never guess what I settled for. Drum roll if you please. A hole in the ground. But this is not your normal hole in the ground. It is a hobbit hole in the ground. I don't know the actual quote off the top of my head. I'm such a disgrace. Hunter's shiny stuff. I used this house for a week before we switched the server. As you can see, I started settling on a build style. Yeah. I should specify. Oh my goodness, I think I just clipped super hard. I'm sorry. I should specify that we had a rule back in Season 1 where we all had to stick together. And it worked. It was a good rule for a very long time until I think it started killing the server. So we did away with the rule when Season 2 ran around, and we have 13 players now. Sticking all together and working on the same city would be nice, but it kind of goes against the idea of building sprawling empires. So, yeah. This is Bennett's. This green tower. I always thought it was a cool tower. I always thought it was a cool tower. This is Jolie's. It's kind of like a bee's nest, beehive. I don't actually remember whose this is, but this is my sister's. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not my sister's. That's Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Complete with, I think, an innator somewhere. It might have just been this drug operation innator, which is what I'm coining it as because that's literally what that is. She did build an apartment complex. I know my sister really enjoyed Nisembi for the most part. She worked on it quite a bit. This whole block is hers, and she worked on it again quite a bit. I think we had the idea that we worked on different sections of the city. This is the infamous Hiking Meerkat's Tower, where he built it and then has never touched the series ever again. Oh man. But yeah, that's that's all of Civilization here on Lorecraft Season 1. Other than other than Mount Olympus, which that's good to know. I actually did not know that was the button to do that. Let's see here. Slash enchant at self riptide 3. We'll get out of the Badlands. Equip the Elytra and go Mach 16. Now don't let me forget that I have to turn the weather off manually. Counting on you. You, the person watching the video. Comment down below if you want me to turn the weather back to normal. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm joking. I didn't think it was always that messed up. Was it? Wait, is it actually? I had forgotten about that. I know the mountain was messed up, but I didn't know that was as messed up as it was. Oh, I might be... I might be a little lost. Let me get a map. What? Uh-oh. I'm in unloaded chunks. Think I went a little too fast. It's very weird terrain generation. Almost looks like a racing track. That's crazy. I knew exactly where I was. Oh, man. Well, asterisk knew exactly where I was. I was lost for a second, but then I knew how to get home. Okay, where is this at? What? Flash game mode, survival. Give me that. Slash game mode creative. Because I don't want to die on the way there. That would not be very cool. Here's me trying to be cool again. I'm recording a Minecraft video. How cool can I be? I don't recognize this land. Chat, I think I'm completely lost. No, here it is. This is Mount Olympus. So the idea was that any new player would have to go down here. Hang on. /weather clear. Thank you to the one person who thought it, probably me in the future. Shout outs to you. I actually remembered, thanks to you. That's how this works. So anyway, at the lowest point of this pond is a bell. And you'd have to ring that bell. If you were a new player, it's an initiation thing. You'd have to ring the bell, swim all the way back up, and then make your way up the mountain. It's a spaghetti type mountain. It's crazy. The floating islands and whatnot. Like it's a massive, massive mountain. And you make your way all the way up to the top and ring this bell. And you were initiated into Lorecraft. We only had one other player join the server, and we only had him do it. In hindsight, that wasn't very fair, but it was fun, and we didn't anticipate him being the only one to ever join the server ever again. This is the Technoblade Shrine that I made. This was literally right after he had died. This was written during a glitch where it would just delete everything you ever wrote. It did have something in it. But yeah. Huh. Last but not least, we got the Nether. I am not flying. There we go. If I go this way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to run into, like, Korea. I mayhaps be completely lost again. It does not take much, or I am stupid. I know where I'm at. Okay, so this is the Citadel. Oh, I was so proud of this. I built this all in one fall build. This one, unlike the one in Season 2, is actually mostly complete. Mostly complete. The road is not completed. You know, for a guy who likes building roads, I really don't finish them. To be fair, this one was supposed to go in every cardinal direction as far as I could go, so you really can't finish something like that. But this was designed to be a mini game, actually, and I'm not going to go through the basics of the mini game because I've already been recording for nearly 2 hours, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, officially 3:01. But it was designed to be both defensible against nether mobs, so these had warped funguses in them before I found out that they don't stick around for that long. And also, anything that falls on this roof is going to die. Anything that's not a player. But that's why something like this is happening, is because it's not necessarily aesthetically pleasing so much as it is defensible. If you're walking up here, you've got those ramparts shooting down at you, and then you have to cross this bridge, and anytime you see these, you'd put obsidian in there as a gate, and they'd have to mine that gate. My sister and I did a trial run of this, and it's very fun. You've got a gatehouse, got several of those. This is the final keep. So aesthetics were not the main point of this citadel, it was the game, which I always thought was kind of cool. So out here, this is the portal to Nasembi and to Pridemore. So I called this area the cubicle, because if we come down to the portal, it looks like a cubicle. Very creative naming. It looks like a cubicle. And the other one, you'll never guess what it's called. You will never guess what it's called. The second I show it to you, you're going to be like, I don't know. What's it called? I can't guess. Please let me out of here. The joke is ruined. It's absolutely, the mood is completely gone. I cannot leave. Can you guess what this one's called? Never in a million years would you ever guess, right? There's not a single landmark here that would tell you what this would be called. It's called the tower. It's called the tower. Again, this one was built to be more defensible than aesthetically pleasing, but it's even there, it fails at that hurdle. I'd used all my brain power doing the first portal room that I really just did not care by this point. I mean, there's a wooden door at eye level to where piglins can spawn. Anybody who knows how piglins work, those piglins are walking right into your defenses. And they're going to say, hey, what's up, Doc? And then they're going to shoot you in the face with a crossbow. Over here, this is the last bit. This is the last thing that I know of on the server. Because we made a rule that you could go out and make your own city for the last little bit. And I know Jolie did. And I roughly know where it's at, but I don't fully know where it's at. I don't know if my sister did. And I don't know if Bennett or the hiking meerkat did. But I did. And this is called Serafel. I miss Serafel. It was a good project. / weather clear. Because this is where I started putting into practice the lessons I had learned with Pridemore. You'd think that would have been Nasembi, but it really wasn't. It was this, where I terraformed the crap out of, or I terraformed what I thought was the crap out of this area, but now that I'm seeing it again, that's actually a rather small area of terraforming. This was not touched. It was this. But I actually had a good idea going. This is the longhouse. This is a church. This is the jail. Now, I don't know how well you paid attention to Peregrine. That's the same church design. What I had done was I was going to do it like Age of Empires. I had pre-made the buildings, and I was just going to build many different villages with the pre-made buildings. And I still use those buildings. Actually, in Theron Fair in Season 2, before I tore it down and then built a new part of the city in its place, the community center was there, verbatim. It's kind of nostalgic walking through here. Verbatim, except this was replaced with a portal. Wow. But No, this Seraphel was kept hidden from the group because the purpose was to go out and explore and to find other people's builds, but the server didn't last long enough after that for that to actually be possible. But yeah, anyway, that is the history of Lorecraft. Thank you for watching. My throat is very dry and very sore. I need to do drawing. I need to go to bed. But I hope you enjoyed. I have thoroughly enjoyed the trip down memory lane. And I'm glad that I've recorded all of that has been accomplished and a bit of the lore that has actually been recorded onto the server. Bits and pieces here and there that I've missed, such as things that have been live streamed that we don't really need to worry about. But for the most part, the different stories that are ingrained within the Lorecraft culture and mythology have been shared, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, I really don't know how to close this out, so I'm gonna go back to the place where it all began. Watch this. I'm about to get hopelessly lost all over again. In the blink of an eye, in the flick of a switch. It's like a magical pony flying through the sky on a magical adventure for you and I. I am not lost. I know where I'm at. Yep. I shot way past where I thought I was going to end up, actually. But that's good to know. I actually did not know that Seraphel was just genuinely actually a straight line to Nissan. That's a desert village. I know that desert village. There's the bridge. There's Lycoria. The place where it all began. Back to the place where it all began. I can do I swear I can do a better Scottish accent than that. I am just too tired. Anyway. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I certainly have enjoyed the trip down memory lane. I've said all of this just 5 seconds ago, but I'm going to say it all again. And I'm going to say it again. Check this out. Thank you so much for watching the video. I sure hope you've enjoyed it. I sure did enjoy the trip down memory lane. This has been Lorecraft Season 1 and Season 2. The entirety of most of the civilization that has been on the server and ever built. The histories, the stories, the laughs and the lives that we've shared together. Let me get the rain out of the way. Well, I guess if you haven't played on the server, you haven't shared them. Get wrecked. That's so rude. I'm so sorry. But no. It's been a good time. When Season 3 rolls around, if Season 3 rolls around before the Rapture comes, I will actually do one of these, and I might actually start recording this more, but, you know, I fell in the water. This entire thing's been ruined. I'm an animation major. I'm an animator. I'm an artist. I've got things to do that are very time consuming. Recording and editing videos is not something I have the time for. It's just gonna be flat out honest. That's why I'm gonna upload this as a completely raw 1 hour and 54-minute video. Let's go. But no, I very much thoroughly enjoyed this. I needed to talk. I needed to get this out of my system. I needed to record a video and share it with the world. And what better to do than to fill people in on the stories that have been happening in a server called Lorecraft. Anyway, guess what? Check this out. I'm going to do it again. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I am signing off now. I genuinely mean it. I'm signing off right now. I bet you don't believe me that I've got my mouse hovering right over the